I get that cash and I flip it, yeah. I get that cash and I flip it.
So hello to all of my cherry bombs, you guys. I apologize for the lighting, first things first, because I've said this in other videos. My new apartment lighting is trash. Like, my apartment is awesome and cute and everything, but the lighting, pure trash. But hopefully in this lighting you guys can see my natural complexion. For all you guys that have been crusading saying that, oh, you're light skinned, you're light skinned. No, baby, I'm light brown. Okay, can y'all see this? Well, if I get close to the light it's gonna get lighter, but can y'all see this? Baby is brown. Okay, baby is real nice and brown. In the summertime I'm a true brown skin. Okay, but that is besides the point. I'm just throwing that out there. Please ignore the fact I'm missing my nail. We're about to cover all my bases before we even start this video. And please, if I'm new to you guys, please give this video a thumbs up. Go ahead and do it so you don't forget later, so y'all can help pump up my content so more people can see it. And at the end of this video, if you like it, please leave a comment and subscribe and continue to watch my other videos. So now that all that is out the way, y'all, I want to tell y'all about all the tea that I've been holding in about when I worked in the Vietnamese nail shop, you guys. Okay, like, I have been waiting to spill this tea because it was piping hot, and a lot of people just we gonna get into it. Just wait, we gonna get into it. I'm about to tell y'all about working at the Vietnamese shop. Okay, at the Vietnamese nail salon that I used to work at in Charlotte. Okay, and before I even get into this video, I'm not saying that all of them are like this, so don't go and be like, oh my god, Cherry said don't go to the Vietnamese people. That's not what I'm saying, but I do have some points that I want to hit about when y'all go to these nail salons and you assume that just because it's crazy. Like, I know I talk about race and stuff a lot on my channel. I'm not about to apologize for it, because if you can't handle it, then this is not the channel for you, because I'm just not about to ignore those type of things. But a lot of the time, what I've noticed, or what I would notice in the shop, is that people go to foreigners and assume that just because they're stereotypically known to do a certain type of job, when it comes to like people think that Vietnamese people, oh, they do nails. Y'all automatically be quick to trust them just based off the stereotype. And just because you're Vietnamese does not mean that you're guaranteed to know how to do nails. And because people would be so focused on this stereotype, like this stereotypical nail shop vibe that they were used to seeing, they would come in, and if you were black and you worked in there, they would treat you like shit off gate. Like, other black people, black women, would treat you like shit working in the nail salon, because they just assumed that you didn't know what you were doing. So I will get to all of that, but first things first, I do want to say that one of the things that really used to irritate me working in the nail salon was people would always, like, they would come in and they would say, oh, you know, the Chinese people. Y'all, let's just throw this out here. First things first, not all Asian people look alike. Y'all would be the first ones mad if people was like, oh, like, say somebody come up to me and say, you like Beyonce. Okay, you saying that because I'm black. I don't look shit like Beyonce. Like, you know, y'all be the first ones mad. But when it comes to other cultures of people, then you be doing the same thing to them. Okay, so not everybody who's Asian is Chinese. Like, y'all gotta stop. Like, they could be Korean, they could be Filipino, they could be Thai, they could be Middle Eastern Asian, they could be anything under the sun, Japanese. You don't know. Like, stop calling everybody Chinese. That's so ignorant. Anyway, so I went in there because my friend was already in there, y'all. My girl Kathy, she was already working in there, and I wanted to go in there and make some money. So they had, like, it was all the Vietnamese people, and then me and Kathy were the only two black girls, and there was another white girl. I'm gonna call her, because I'm sure she don't want her business out there. I don't know her like that. I'm gonna call her Samantha. She used to work in there, but she was hood. Like, she was one of the hood white girls. Like, she used to be in there cussing out the Vietnamese people when she didn't want to do shit. She was like, y'all get on my fucking nerves. I'm tired of this shit. Like, cussing them out, okay? And then the head lady would not be saying nothing, because I guess she was just, like, really nice. So we would all be working in there, and basically when I came in there, I didn't do any type of W-2s to work for them. I didn't do any type of like, I didn't sign anything. I literally just went in there and I was like, hey, I do nails. She was like, oh, you do nail, you do nail? I was like, yeah, I do nails. And she was like, okay, you come in tomorrow. And I was like, okay, bet. Like, because I was trying to make that money. So I was like, okay, cool. So everything that like we did, we would get paid like, I guess you could say under the table, because they wouldn't give us cash, but they would write us a check. And in hindsight, because like for the check, they would be like, oh, what's your social security number? But honestly, if they try to claim me on their taxes, I'm about to call the IRS on them, because they got me fucked up. Because they're not about to fuck up my taxes trying to claim me. And I'm about to tell y'all. Okay, so anyway, I used to be in there working, and we were like kind of like the hood nail salon, honestly, because like we weren't like in the hood, but we were like in kind of like we got the hood clientele. Like we weren't in the hood, but we got like the hood clientele. So working in there, I started to notice, and Kathy started to notice, that first off, I did not sign up to be the pedicure girl. I don't mind doing pedicures. I'm cool doing pedicures. I actually like started to really enjoy them just because the transfer, I hate feet, but I love the transformation of making people's feet look nice. So I didn't mind doing the pedicures, but it's like, don't always, you know, y'all will be free. Like the Vietnamese people, they would be free, but then every time somebody would come in wanting a pedicure, they would kind of look at me and Kathy like, oh, Kathy, you do pedicure, Cherry, you do pedicure. No, girl, you can get up and do a pedicure too. Like, you always want to do these acrylic sets, and that's all you want to do, but you the owner of the shop. You should know how to do everything. And she did know how to do everything. They all did know how to do everything, but they just wouldn't want to do it. So they always kind of look at us like, oh, the pedicure girls. And it's like, no, ma'am, that's not what we're doing here. That was one thing. But then, okay, so the owner of the shop, I'm gonna call her Madison. Older Asian lady. She was really nice, but she was hella annoying. There was a food line beside where we worked. So say I went to the food line to get lunch. Soon as I would walk out of the shop, if anybody walked in the shop, Madison would be blowing up my phone or blowing up Kathy's phone, calling. Oh, we got pedicure. Like there was this one day, me and Kathy had told Madison, we said we're going right across the street to, there was a Zaxby's across the street. We go over to the Zaxby's. We touched down in the Zaxby's for like literally, we are in there for 7 minutes. 7 minutes. We haven't taken a break all day. This is the first break that we've taken all day because we're hungry. 7 minutes in, Madison calling us. Oh, we got pedicure. Girl, we just told you we were going to eat. And I'm not about to run back across the street. I have not eaten all day to do a pedicure. Like, they used to be in there, like, acting like you just don't need to take any type of break. Like, you would be, the shop would open at 9. They wouldn't close until 8. And would expect you to work the whole entire time, no break. Or would expect you to, like, basically go back, take a couple bites, come back out, and, you know, do 3 pedicures in a row, go back, take a couple bites, come back out. I'm not doing that. If you want me here from 9 to 8, which I'm already not coming for at 9 o'clock, because they would let us come in whenever we wanted. I'm not coming in at 9 o'clock. No, ma'am, you got me bent, because don't shit even start popping off or really happening until 11:30. So I'm not about to come in here and sit for 2 hours doing not shit. I'm not. So, and not only that, but even if I did come in at 9, I would not be in there the whole day and not eat nothing. Girl, you can do that. I'm not doing that. So she would always, like, anytime we would try and take a break, she would start blowing up our phone, calling, texting us, talking about, oh, we got a pedicure, we got a manicure, it's this, it's that. I need you to come back, making it sound like the place was burning down. And then you would come back and it would be 2 people in there. I would be looking like, so after I called on that, I was like, I would just be ignoring her calls and stuff. Y'all, every morning, Madison would start calling me and Kathy first thing in the morning. Every single morning. Calling, texting. Oh, you know, honey, you come in early today, okay? That would be the first text. Second text, good morning, you come in early today, okay? Second text, hey, you come in, you come in this time, you come in that time, because we need you. Mind you, like I said, when nothing be going on to like 11, she would start this at like 8:30 a.m. So from 8:30 until whatever time that we got there, she would be texting us the whole entire time. We would get there and it would never be slam packed, not once. Girl, stop texting my phone early as hell in the morning. Like, if I say I'm coming in at this time, expect me at that time. Stop texting me trying to get me to come in earlier and begging me to come in, and there's nothing going on in here. And she would just blow up our phone, 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 like just blow it up all the time. Like, you would leave for 10 minutes and she would just be texting you back to back to back, to the point Kathy was like, I'm about to cuss her out. Like, she was so aggy, and she was so sweet, but she was so aggy. So another thing about the shop, so the thing that's craziest to me is that when black women would come in the shop, especially older black women, they would come in and like almost like turn their nose up at me and Kathy like, oh, they don't know what they're doing. How do you walk in and look at somebody and say you don't know what you're doing? Like, this one lady had come in one day, y'all. She comes in, she looks around, I'm available. So, you know, they tell me, they're like, hey, Cherry, like, can you do her pedicure or whatever. Mind you, I do a mean pedicure, okay? Like, I do not play no games. Like, I be snatching feet, okay? So I'm like, yeah, cool, no problem. And she was diabetic. She had diabetic feet. Cool, no problem. What's up? And when they suggested me, she looked over at me in pure disgust. Like, she was just like almost like, how dare you give me the black girl? And I'm like, bitch, you're black. Like, but that would be older black ladies all the time. They would come in and they would just assume that because we were black, we didn't know what the fuck we were doing, because they were used to seeing the Asian women and the Asian men in the shop doing nails. So they would just automatically assume, oh, the black girls, they don't know how to do nails. So when they suggested, and that's what it be, your own people, y'all, for real. It really be your own people, and I've seen this multiple occasions. So when they suggested me, she didn't want me. So she was like, does she know what she's doing? And I was like, yes, ma'am, I know what I'm doing. She was like, I don't know. Like, I just don't know. I need somebody who knows what they're doing. I need somebody who knows what they're doing. She just kept on saying that. Like, she just kept on saying, does she know what she's doing? Are you sure she knows what she's doing? And I just already knew where she was going with it. I already knew that she was trying to find a loophole out of, like, having me do her nails. So I'm not about to sit there and argue with you. If you want these people that's going to rush your fucking pedicure and do it in 20 minutes and your feet going to look crazy when you come out, cool. Go ahead. Go right ahead, sis. Go right ahead. Because the real tea was that working in the Vietnamese shop, what I would see is that they were so money hungry at my shop. Again, this is at my shop. They were so money hungry, they would rush everything. Everything. And when I say rush, like, acrylic set, 25 minutes. How you doing a whole acrylic set in 25 minutes? And the reason they would, like, the shape, y'all, whenever I would get girls who needed fill-ins, all the nails will be different lengths, different shapes. This one girl came in and I said, you know, I was like, oh, you know, what shape was this? Because I'm looking, it looked like almond or something. She was like, oh, this was coffin. When? Once upon a time, when? When was this ever coffin? Like, ever? Like, baby, like. And the crazy thing is that black women would come in and they would let the Asians fuck them up, y'all. They would let the Asians fuck them up to hell and back. Nails would not be the same length. Shape would be all off, and they would not complain at all. But let it be you, the black girl, they would be ready to cuss you the fuck out. And that's the real tea. And that's why I say be your own people, for real. Let them even think, let us even blink suspiciously and they'll be ready to cuss us out, be huffing and puffing, rolling their eyes, everything, be real persnickety, real particular, overly particular about everything. But as soon as it was the Asians, and then the Asians would argue back with them. They literally would be like if somebody was like, oh, I don't like this shape, can you do this way? They'd be like, no baby, this shape look good, this shape look good, like, I do it this way. And the girls would not be busting back. But if I would have tried that, it would have been, how you gonna tell me? I asked you to do it this way. How you gonna tell me? Like, It be your own people. I can't stress that enough in this video. So, Yeah, they would always come in and do stuff like that. Like, it would always be, or I would notice that, again, like I said, because I kind of went off on a tangent, they would rush everything. So the work would be trash, it would be completely rushed, and they would be unsanitary because they were so worried about getting people in and out so they could get that money. They would not, when people would sit in and come in there to get their pedicures done, they would change the little bag, yeah, and that was only sometimes. They wouldn't even always change the bag. The sterilizing thing, the little sterilizing box you're supposed to put your tools in, didn't even work. Like, so they not sterilizing nothing, and you nipping the skin, the dead skin off people's feet with these nippers, and you're not cleaning them off or sterilizing them in any type of way. And then you're going to the next person. They would not be cleaning off none of that stuff. None of it. Me and Kathy used to be looking at them like, y'all are fucking disgusting. Like, for me, and then they would be mad at me and Kathy because we would take our time and be like if I had a client and I just got done with them, I would go over to the bowl because I knew the little sanitization thing didn't work. I would go over to the bowl and I would start cleaning my tools. And they would be mad at me talking about, oh, Cherry, hurry up, pedicure, hurry up. Girl, no, you need to slow your ass down because that's why all your stuff is dirty. And if this person gets an infection, it's not going to be on me. I'm not in here trying to get sued. And I don't even own the shop. You're the owner of the shop and you're not cleaning your tools or anything. They would not be cleaning nothing. Nothing. And would just be one person to person. Toenail clippers would not be clean. Nippers would not be clean. None of that stuff will be clean. But y'all trust them. Okay. Y'all trust them just because they not black. Go ahead, sis. And again, I keep having to, I'm going to stress this a lot in this video because I don't want y'all trying me. I'm not saying all Vietnamese shops. It was just mine specifically. But that's how people come in there acting. I remember this one day this lady came in. It was two older ladies. It was a mother and a daughter. I had the mom. And one of the other guys had the daughter. We're both starting the pedicure at the same time. Y'all. Why? It took me probably 40 minutes to get through the mom's pedicure. Because if you're paying for a pedicure, I'm going to take my time. And if your feet need, not everybody's pedicures take the same amount of time. Because some people's feet need extra attention. And some people's feet don't really need a whole lot of extra things done to them. I take my time. I do her 40 minutes. Her toes looked bomb, y'all. The other dude, he was done with that girl pedicure in like 20 minutes. It took him half the time that it took me to do the pedicure. Her feet looked crazy. And I could tell she kept on looking, like she kept on looking at her toes and kind of being like, the fuck? And then she kept on looking at her moms and be like, oh my God, yours are pretty, yours are pretty. She was speaking in a different language, but she would say that part in English. She'd be like, yours are pretty, yours are pretty. And then when she would start talking about hers, she would speak whatever their language was. Like, but you could tell from her facial expressions, she was like, I don't like this. This is messed up. Like, why don't mine look like yours? Like, she kept on making this gesture, like, why don't mine look like yours? And I'm sitting there like, because Tony wanted to bust this out in 20 minutes and not take his time, and your feet needed extra care. Oof, yeah. I seen some scary things in the feet department for real. But honestly, in a weird way, because I'm such a perfectionist, I was like obsessed with making people's feet, like with transforming people's feet. Like, I hate feet, but I was obsessed with making their feet look better than they did when they came in. So I actually really took enjoyment in the worst cases. Like, I used to hate when I would get people and they didn't need a lot done to their feet because I was like, okay, this is not really gonna be a challenge. When I would get people and they needed a lot of work and maintenance done to their feet, I would get excited. I'd be like, yes, like, give me them ugly ass toes, bitch. Like, let's go. Honestly, this is another thing when it comes to like the sanitation. I know I keep bouncing kind of all around because I didn't write talking points for this. I'm literally just dropping on the tea off the top of my head. But they didn't even have barbicide in that nail salon. How you got a nail salon with no barbicide? Like, girl, you're supposed to be cleaning your things with hospital grade disinfectant. Okay, that's what barbicide is, y'all. Barbicide is germicidal, fungicidal, tuberculocidal, pseudomonicidal, bactericidal. I think I hit all the points. You need hospital grade disinfectant. How y'all in there with no barbicide? Y'all, if y'all only seen everything that I was able to see working in there for the amount of time that I was working in there, and if y'all only could see how people treat you when you're working in there and you're black, and they just automatically assume you don't know what you're doing, but all the while they don't know that like the Vietnamese people in this particular shop were just skipping so many steps just to get them in and out, and like doing the literally absolute bare minimum just to make money. It was crazy. But I think I can't really think of anything else that happened in the shop. That was really what it was. It was just their sanitation was really nasty, and yeah, it was trash. They were unorganized, and everybody just basically did what they wanted. And I ended up, the last week that I was gonna go back before I moved to New York, I was gonna run up a check one more week, and they ended up like, the dude was like, basically because I wasn't working full-time, because I had a lot going on outside of the nail salon when I was working there, so I just wasn't able to work full-time. So he was like, oh well, you can't work full-time, so we don't need you, da da da, so here's your check and bounce, basically. But I was like, you know what, I was like, I don't give a fuck, because I had one more week till I was leaving anyway. It was trash. But yes, y'all, so that is my story about working in the Vietnamese nail shop. And if you guys have similar experiences, please let me know. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And what are your thoughts, honestly, on the whole women treating you a certain type of way when they see that you are, well, black women? Okay, so what are your thoughts on black people in general treating you some type of way in your profession as another black person? Like, what are your thoughts on that? Because I've always felt like that is the craziest thing to me. Like people be willing to pay people that aren't black more as black people. Like, black people are willing to pay people that aren't black more than they will pay you as a black person to do that same job. And they trust them more to do that same job. And they kind of like look at you and try to discredit you, or be like, oh, well, are you really certified to do this? Are you really qualified to do this? Because you look like them. So I feel like that's really like weird to me. So let me know you guys' thoughts on that topic as well. And please like, comment, and subscribe, you guys. I'll see you.